They might have A and B effort, but they're getting C's. So this spot in here, this is their potential. So what we're trying to do is close their potential gap. So when you heard, like Tip say, he's doing more effort turning in his homework and grades going up. That's what we're trying to do with these brothers, is close their potential gap.
We'll close the potential gap. You know, the reason that I feel like I'm qualified to talk to you guys about this is because I was in the same place as you guys. I had that gap sometimes, that potential gap where I could have been something or I could be something, but my performance wasn't matching up to my ability. So to fix that, you have to have a mentality. You have to change your mindset. And for me, it was, do I want to be average? Am I cool with being average? Am I cool with being like everybody else? And so I wasn't. You know, I've always wanted to be somebody who was a big timer. You know, I like those guys. I wanted to be somebody who was a boss. So for me, it was never be average. And so I'm going to tell you 3 things that are going to help you not be average. It's called do your best. That's easy. A lot of people don't do their best. Why not? If you're going to be doing this, do your best at it. There's no reason not to. Why not? The next one, you are important. People are investing time in you. Mr. McDowell here, I mean, he's been investing time in kids for years, because he cares. These people think you're important. They see that you have potential. So why don't you see that you're important? Why don't you invest some time in yourself? And to do that investment in yourself, you just have to take one step forward. If there's something you want to be, there's something you want to do, take a step forward every day. Let me do one thing to help me get to where I want to be. All right, this is what I want. I want to be a starter, so I'm going to be in the gym 3 times a week, getting these buckets. You know, that's what I'm about. This is what I want. I'm going to go get it. Because all those people, all those rappers like Big Sean and all them, they're hustlers. They go get it. But before we get into all of that, we're going to chill for a second. I'm going to take a seat. I want to get to know y'all because I'm not going to sit here and talk to you if I don't know you. So I want to know what your name is and one thing you want to get out of this group. One thing you want to learn, one thing you want to improve yourself in, whatever that one thing is. So let's go. Start with you. You know, I look at, sometimes I look at Will Smith, I look at Diddy, I look at those guys and I say, you know, what did those guys do to be successful? And you know, one of the things that all of them did was they focused on themselves. They said, I'm going to take the time to focus and invest in myself so I can be where I want to be. You know, and one of the hardest things of being in middle school and going to high school is that everybody's focused on everybody else. You know, a lot of you said other people distract me in class. You can't distract me in class. It's impossible. Because if I want to pay attention, I'll pay attention. I'll tell you to stop talking to me. Or I won't talk to you at all. I'll move. But you make a decision that I'm going to get out of this what I need. Because at the end of the day, you're sitting next to him. When you're 20, you probably will have no idea where he's at. When you're 30, none of these people who are in this room are going to be there. All the people that I went to high school with, that I cared a lot about what they thought, and I cared a lot about what their opinions of me were, they're not here. And that's because each of you is on your own journey. Each of you has a different path. And to be a strong bad man, what you have to do is you have to make a decision that this is my path, this is my life, and I'm going to take it where I want it to go. Each of you has skills. What skills do you have? Basketball. What skills do you have? What skills do you have? Basketball and football. You know, if you want to do something with those skills, what do you have to do? You have to practice. Whatever skill you have to practice it. You know, I worked in healthcare for a long time. That's with hospitals. And so what I would do is I would go and I would go into meetings like this, but it'd be all CEOs all around the table. And I'd have to sit there and I'd have to tell them how to run their business. Do you think that took practice? Yeah. You think that took time? I didn't know what I was talking about so that they would believe the things that were coming out of my mouth. They had no idea that I was 25. They had no idea that I was listening to 2 Chainz in the car before I got out of the internet. But it's not about that. people are gonna see you how you see yourself. And I see myself as a bad dude, man. I think I'm the truth. But that's because I put the time in. That's because I
Hard work makes success.
hard work makes success. Why did that stick out to you?
It's gonna take a while to get to your dream, but if you keep trying, then you can stop it.
Great. That's absolutely right. What we're gonna do now, I wanted to do that just because that video was something that I had to watch. I used to watch that at work, and I wanted to be successful. I wanted this business, but I didn't know how to get it. I didn't know that stuff. So this taught me what it means to me is that if I want something, I gotta go get it, and I gotta go through. And there might be a little pain for me, but I'll go through that pain because I know I'm gonna be better on the other side of it. When I was in the gym and I wanted to play football and we had 6 a.m. lifting sessions, that was painful. We getting up, it's cold outside, you got to run to practice, you got to do all this stuff. But during the season, when I'm getting picks and I'm first team all conference, there's a reason why. Because I went through that pain. I put that work in. Your work is not going to be in vain. Any work that you do, that workout that you did, your body feels better because of that. You're going to feel stronger because of that. The work that you do is going to pay off. You just have to keep putting the work in. All right, Cliff, what did it mean to you?
What it mean to me? I think basically it's just saying there's going to be a lot of obstacles. You're going to have friends who are saying, say you want to play basketball, they'll be like, "Why are you in the gym all the time? Let's go hang out. Let's go do something." You don't have to do that. If you get in the gym, you're going to be putting yourself in a better position than going to a party or just hanging out with your friends and not getting anything accomplished. It's basically just saying like, what do you want to do to get to your dream? Because your friends, they might not have the same dream. So it's basically picking your priorities if you want it bad enough.